Have you ever found yourself overwhelmed by a situation only to realize later that your thoughts about it were the true source of your distress? Eckhart Tolle, a renowned spiritual teacher, offers a transformative perspective. The primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation, but your thoughts about it. Be aware of the thoughts you are thinking. This statement invites us to explore the intricate relationship between our thoughts and our emotional well-being. Let's delve into this concept and uncover how our internal narratives shape our experiences. The nature of thought and perception. Our minds are constantly active, interpreting and assigning meaning to every event we encounter. This mental activity is essential for understanding our environment, but it can also lead to misinterpretations and unnecessary suffering. Consider a simple example. You're walking down the street and someone you know passes by without acknowledging you. Instantly, your mind might generate thoughts like, "Did I do something wrong?" Or, "They must be upset with me." These thoughts, not the situation itself, can lead to feelings of anxiety or sadness. Tolle emphasizes that it's not the external event that causes distress, but our internal commentary on it. Recognizing this distinction is the first step toward emotional freedom. The role of awareness. Awareness is the key to breaking free from the cycle of reactive thinking. By observing our thoughts without judgment, we create a space between stimulus and response. This space allows us to choose our reactions consciously, rather than being driven by automatic thought patterns. Practicing mindfulness, paying attention to the present moment without judgment, can help cultivate this awareness. Techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, or simply pausing to observe your thoughts can enhance your ability to remain present and reduce the grip of negative thinking. The illusion of control. Many of our thoughts stem from a desire to control our environment and outcomes. We believe that by analyzing and predicting, we can prevent undesirable situations. However, this illusion of control often leads to increased anxiety and dissatisfaction. Tolle suggests that surrendering to the present moment and accepting things as they are can alleviate this tension. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation, but rather acknowledging reality without resistance. This mindset shift can reduce the mental turmoil caused by trying to control the uncontrollable. Reframing negative thoughts. Once we become aware of our thought patterns, we can begin to challenge and reframe them. Cognitive reframing involves identifying negative or distorted thoughts and replacing them with more balanced and constructive ones. For instance, if you catch yourself thinking, "I'm a failure," you can reframe it to, "I've faced challenges, but I'm learning and growing." This practice can gradually transform your internal dialogue and improve your emotional resilience. Embracing the present moment. Tolle's teachings emphasize the importance of living in the present moment. Dwelling on the past or worrying about the future often leads to unnecessary suffering. By focusing on the here and now, we can experience life more fully and reduce the mental chatter that fuels unhappiness. Engaging in activities that anchor you in the present, such as walking in nature, practicing yoga, or immersing yourself in creative pursuits, can help cultivate this presence. Shifting from reaction to observation. One of the most empowering practices is learning to shift from reaction to observation. Most of the time, we react automatically to life. An argument, a delay, a disappointment. Without realizing it, we allow thoughts to dictate how we feel, turning minor events into major sources of distress. But what if you didn't immediately react? What if, instead, you paused and observed? That pause is powerful. It allows you to become aware of your thought patterns, to see the inner narrative that's trying to take control. When you observe instead of react, you give yourself freedom. You are no longer trapped in the thought, you are the awareness behind it. And from that awareness, clarity emerges. You realize, this is just a thought, it's not reality, it's not me. This shift from reaction to presence is where transformation begins. Rewriting the inner script. Every day your mind writes a script. It tells you stories about who you are, what will happen, and how others see you. Much of this script is negative, outdated, and unconscious. You are not enough. You should be doing more. This always happens to you. But remember, these are thoughts, not truths. And the more aware you become of the script, the more power you have to rewrite it. With awareness, you can interrupt harmful narratives and replace them with truth. Not toxic positivity, but grounded presence. Instead of, I'm failing, you can say, I'm learning. Instead of, I'll never be happy, you can say, happiness is here, in this breath. This is not about lying to yourself, it's about returning to reality, before the thought distorted it. The freedom of present moment awareness. When you realize that your unhappiness often comes from your thoughts, not your circumstances, a new door opens. The door to presence. In the present moment, there is no past to regret, no future to fear. Just now, pure and alive. Eckhart Tolle teaches that all suffering is a result of resistance to the present. We want something else. We wish things were different. We mentally fight what is. But the present moment is not your enemy. It's your home. When you fully accept this moment, you step into peace. Even if it's not perfect, you're no longer trying to escape. You're no longer lost in stories about how life should be. You're grounded in the only place peace exists. Here. Final reflections. Let's return once more to Eckhart Tolle's quote. The primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation, but your thoughts about it. Be aware of the thoughts you are thinking. This is more than advice, it's a key to freedom. A call to awaken, to stop blaming the world, and start examining your inner world. To stop waiting for life to change, and start changing the way you meet life. Because the thoughts in your head are not just background noise. They shape your feelings. They shape your actions. They shape your entire experience of life. But the moment you become aware, the moment you step back and watch, you are no longer at their mercy. You are free. Free to choose peace over panic, stillness over struggle, presence over mental noise. This is the great invitation of Eckhart Tolle's work, to stop living in thought and start living in being. Because when you become the awareness behind the thoughts, unhappiness fades, joy returns, and life begins, fresh, simple, and real. Right here, right now. Eckhart Tolle's insight reminds us that our thoughts have a profound impact on our emotional well-being. By becoming aware of our internal narratives, challenging negative thought patterns, and embracing the present moment, we can reduce unnecessary suffering and cultivate a deeper sense of peace. Remember, the situation itself is often neutral. It's our interpretation that colors our experience. By shifting our perspective, we can transform our relationship with life's challenges and find greater contentment within ourselves.